PSG are winning everything this season. They are winning everything this season. Hakimi can't stop scoring. Banging goals. Banging goals everywhere. What's next for the rest of them? Can Inter Milan survive? It's literally, he can't stop scoring, Hakimi. He just can't stop scoring. And the wingers are playing so well. Oh my days, it's 4-0. It's 4-0. What? Nah, he's 4-0.
Amazon Fresh
I see there's a microphone here somewhere. Can you see it? Yeah. Is it working? Is it working? Are we back? Are we back? Yeah. So somewhere around there was the issue. Oh, this is madness. This is mad. Sorry, guys. I do apologize. Yeah, I should have figured that out. Let me have a look now. So you see, that's back. Look at that. It's lagging. It's just lagging. Okay, I've just shut that down. Can you still hear me? Sound. Wow, man. Yeah, the video. Yeah, I've seen the stuff you sent me. Thank you for that, mate. I'm just gonna Apologies, everyone. I lost the sound earlier on, but luckily Matt came through and rescued me. Um, but I've just sat here been rambling. I didn't realize that I've lost the sound. Unfortunately, for you guys, you couldn't hear me, and no one could type either for some reason. So again, PSG. Anyway, they won it. Um, as usual. I think what I was trying to say was there's no point PSG turning up to these games. They should just hand them the trophies in France. Um, but the biggest stage on the 31st will be probably the biggest test. I know they've crossed all the Premier League teams. They've beaten every single one of them. Um, what's next for them? I watched the Milan game. I watched the Milan game, and they won 2-0 yesterday. They managed to get Pepe Reina sent off on his last game, by the way, um, which was funny, kind of funny. And then watch Napoli, our boy, Scott McTominay, scored a bicycle kick. Um, and he won the league, and he was the MVP, you know, the Italian league, not just any league, the Italian league. So I won't call that Farmers League either. Fair play to the lad, fair play to Lukaku, fair play to Billy Gilmore as well. He left, and they all three of them left the Premier League, and they're enjoying their football again. They're loving life, you know. Whilst I doubt if any of them will want to come back to United. You'll have to pay them a lot of money. McTominay can carry the ball. He's a ball carrier. He can defend. He can score goals. He can pass. He can split defenses. I watched that yesterday. Everything was in that. And by the way, I watched the game before that, the last week as well. It was the same. The guy has not dropped off. And he's playing the same one. Well, not the same. He's improved his playing style more. Because at United, he was misprofiled. They didn't know where to play him. And he was lost. Every 2 seasons, a new manager. Every season and a half, 1.5. You change managers. No manager could figure him out. Even the academy people, they didn't help him. You know, they brought him through. He came through from the academy, but they misprofile him when it comes to the national team. If it comes to the first team. So what a shame to see them excelling elsewhere. And as a local boy, a local lad, I know he chose Scotland, but he was born here, born up the road from here. He should be playing for Manchester United. Nothing should be, he should be representing that club. But we chased him out. The owners chased him out. The Gary Nevilles, the Roy Kings, the Wayne Rooneys, they chased him out. And I feel like the ex-players don't want their legacy to be, you know, repeated by any of this current crop of players. And I do believe some of the legends should be banned from coming to Old Trafford, honestly, especially the ones that are bashing the club every 2 minutes for clicks. The guys that are running, you know, the so-called big boys. And I love the way the Forest managers, ban Gary Neville and Sky from turning up. You can't broadcast from my ground. I own it. You're not coming here. I don't care what contract we sign. You can bring anybody else, but Gary Neville is not welcome. And the way he just jumped, he was so disrespectful after the game. The way he jumped on that Nuno and the owner with no context, asking Nuno to go negotiate his exit contract. You don't do that. You're an owner. You run a football club, Gary. You don't want that to happen to you. you know. And I just wish United could limit some of the access to some of these journalists or the pundits. The access is too much. I've never seen so many interviews done for one club. This coach, Amorim, I know he loves the cameras himself. He loves being on the front pages or the back pages. But I've never seen so many interviews done by a football coach. He knows how to do more. He knows how to conduct interviews more than coaching his team to win a game or two. He's not capable of winning back-to-back games, but he's capable of doing 509 interviews since he arrived, 6 months. So I think they've gone up to 500, just over 500 interviews he's done. Which other coach has done that? I can't think of any. I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for the guy, but it's part of the job. I don't know what he can't say no. I don't know what he can't just say, okay, I'll send my assistant coach, talk to him. Sometimes I don't feel like talking to you, speak to my captain, you know, or give them short answers. Don't spread it. Don't spread the false narrative. Don't back it. They ask you a question that you feel like they're trying to trick you, trick them back. Faggy used to do that. Faggy used to ignore the questions. Go, you know what? You're unbelievable asking me that type of question. Why are you asking me that? You gotta be cheeky. But I feel like he wants to gain access to the media, wants to be loved, he wants to be. He never works in England. He never works in the Premier League. They only love you when you're winning. And even sometimes, if your club, if you support United and you support City or certain other clubs, that goes against you when you're winning. It can go against you. You can see how the pundits quickly turn against you when you're winning. They even tell us that Pep has ruined football. But before Pep arrived, they told us Pep will not survive, will not make it in the Premier League. He will not win anything in the Premier League. I mean, he's got a backing of the owners, spending millions. He still has to win something, so he's done it. So they can't say he's not capable of winning in the league. Or not what they say is he's ruined football. Before they said he won't be able to win anything in the Premier League. Now he's ruined football. So which one? Um, So yeah, even when you're winning, it can go against you in the Premier League with the pundits and the journalists. So sometimes you just have to be like Big Ange. You let them in as much as you can, but he flips again. They, they can't walk him out, you know. And I just wish our coach would be like that. Amorim, Amorim will say no to some questions. Don't ask me that. I've already answered that 50 times. I don't need to answer. You don't need to ask me the same question. You have to be creative, but the guy's not even creative on the pitch. He doesn't have a plan B. He doesn't have a second style. Even his dress sense, he's not brave enough. What he wears, he's scared to wear certain things. He sticks to his chinos. He almost looks like one of them. I don't know. Have you seen these memes? I don't know if I can find it. The memes of the three lads with the shot. Well, I don't even know how to describe them. There's a meme that goes around with the three lads in the summer with some tight pants. That's how he dresses. And he looked so out of place when he wore that suit jacket in the Europa League. When he tried to dress smart. He looked so out of place. I felt sorry for him. So I wish he could be brave and say no to some of these interviews. Just refer somebody else to go speak to them. But they're taking the piece out of him. They're using him for clickbait. They know he can run his mouth. He doesn't know how to shut up. Okay, as much as I don't like him, maybe give him another year. If he wins a trophy, that's the only time I could say, okay, he's my manager. But as far as I'm concerned, He's a Manchester United manager, and I'm not here for him. I'll support the team, but I'll not support him as a manager. I'm never backing him. He can win games all he wants. If he doesn't win a trophy, I'm never backing him. Because we've seen that before. Many just back managers for no reason. Because you just don't want them to get sacked. You don't want anyone to get sacked to lose their job. But if they're not performing, mate, in our jobs, in our roles that we do on a daily basis, on a 9 to 5, if we don't perform, we get scrutinized, we get put in compliance, we get sacked. And even when you're performing, you can just decide to pull the rug under your feet. So spare me. Luis Enrique just signed a new contract at PSG, by the way. Real Madrid are letting Vasquez leave on a free, by the way, whilst United, we're coddling 33, 34-year-old men to continue to play for the club. Where's the ambition? And we try to kick out the young lads because he's not capable of coaching them to what he wants them. He's not capable of coaching them to how he wants them to play. This is actually this is a problem, you know. He's sucking up to the older players because he doesn't have to coach them. I can tell you now, he's sucking up to the older players, the senior players, because he knows he doesn't have to coach them. What can he coach Bruno Fernandes? What can he actually coach Casemiro? How? What can he tell him how to play? How do you coach people like that? Casemiro and Bruno. So they're the easiest ones. If you notice, he's sucking up to those guys. But he's getting rid of the kids he's struggling with because he's not capable of coaching them and making them, turning them into superstars. It's not. It's not got that in him. He can't coach those kids because they can see straight through him. They can call bullshit. You know, when you're coaching young people, you go on their trust, their respect. When you're managing young people, they can be your make or break. They can be the best people, and also they can be your worst nightmare, young people. And when you've got a team full of young guys, Garnacho, Rasmus, Zaxi, Ahmad, Euro, Collier, Amas, Kobe Mano, many coaching players like that, these are young people. You're supposed to make sure they earn your trust. You earn their trust. You're supposed to look at you daily. They come to the office or they come to work. They give you high five, dab you, hug you, wave before they leave. They make sure they find you before they leave the building and to say bye to you. You need that from young people. But I don't think Amorim has got that at United with any of those young players. Because what he said about them when he first joined ruined everything. It was the worst thing he could have said about the players. That those are the worst players ever. This United team is the worst team ever. These are young people you're talking about. You're trying to ruin their confidence. These are 19, 20, 22, 21. Yeah? These are not your 30-year-old, your 27, what you call it. These are not those people. We're talking about younger people. I'm not talking about the older guys, 27, like the Rashford, the Bruno, the Luke Shaws, the Aries. I'm not talking about those guys. Mazuare, Casemiro. I'm talking about the 19, 20, 21, 22-year-old players. You've come out there and calling them the worst players. when you first join the club. Those guys will never trust you because they know now you're only using them to see that to get to the end of the season and get rid of them. And the new people you're going to bring from Farmers League, are we going to sign players from Farmers League? Yeah, to come and find their level at United. You think United will be their level? Like we say, Scott McTominay found his level, Lukaku found his level, Mkhitaryan found their level, Sanchez found their level, Ronaldo found his level, Rashford found his level, Anthony found his level, Malacia found his level, Alvarez found his level. Madrid bound, by the way, he's going to Madrid. So those players all found their levels away from United. And we're going to bring players from the same league we sold our players to, found their level in the Premier League because of one manager. That makes sense, bro. It's not making sense. It's not making sense, is it? The players that we sold to those leagues, we're going to sign players from those leagues to bring them here to find their level. And United, do you think their level is United level? It doesn't even make sense. You know, it doesn't make sense. Why don't you coach the players you've got now? The player you have in the Premier League with Premier League experience. Why aren't you coaching them and turn them into what you want them? The younger players. I'm not talking about the older players. Like I said, he's not capable of coaching any of them. You can't coach Casemiro. You can't coach Bruno. Bruno is miles apart. Casemiro is a different breed. You know, he's not world class for United, but he was world class for Real Madrid. And that's that bullshit. You know, I'm far away from that. He's nowhere near world class for United. He came to United to retire, you know, but he's still doing his best. So he may have been world class at Madrid, but he's never world class for United. And so same as Ronaldo, his second return. Ronaldo was never world class for United when he came back. Yes, he's a world class player, but he's never a world class player for United. When he first came, those years, he was world class for us before he left. When he came back, he was Ronaldo, the average Ronaldo we see now. He's gone to Saudi. How many years he's still not able to win a trophy there? He's struggling in the Saudi league. He's scoring there, but he's not capable of winning trophies anymore. You know, but we're gonna sign players from Farmers League to bring them back here and sell our players to those Farmers League where they're gonna go and win trophies and play well. Make that make sense. That makes sense. Scott McTominay succeeded in Italy. We're gonna sign players from Italy to bring them here. We call the Italian League Farmers League. We're gonna sign players from French League and bring them over. Hmm? Portugal, we call it Farmers League. We're gonna sign players from Portugal and bring them over. And you wonder why we can't win anything. Think about when Ferguson had his team, how many homegrown players he had in that team. There's not a single year you've not seen an academy player represented in the England national team either. Ferguson made sure that happened. The United player represented the England national team. But we don't see that anymore. We lost. You know, City as well, they've not been represented, but City is not a problem. The problem is United, because City can turn it around just like that. I mean, you might not like what I'm saying, but you know, we all have our opinion, and I respect yours. But Amorim, he can't save us. He's supposed to be showing that he can coach young people. He's supposed to be coaching those young people. not feel threatened by those young people. Not feel threatened by them. Supposed to be exploiting those young people. You know the reason why Conte has won so much with certain players that are not world class players, but average players. Certain players that feel like they've got something to prove to the people that didn't believe in them. Conte signed players. Every single player he signed for Napoli this season, they all felt like they've got something to prove. Scott McTominay, Billy Gilmore, Lukaku. Yeah, the guy that left Real Madrid and came to Napoli. He left Real Madrid for Napoli. They all felt like they had something to prove. And they did. Straight up, they did. They won the trophy. And they proved us all wrong. They proved us all, so every single one of us wrong. You know, they were right. They told us they had the talent to play for our clubs. We said, no, you don't. You're not capable. Gary Neville criticized Scott McTominay 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. He questioned him throughout until when he found out he was about to leave. That's when he was like, oh, well, Scott McTominay will bust through a wall for United. You know, I swear, blah, blah, blah. He started backing him when he found out it was Scott decided to leave. But he bashed the guy since he came through the academy. He was bashing him. Same thing he did against Rashford. He bashed him through and through every day. Same thing he's done to different other players. Ronaldo, which is why Ronaldo stopped talking to him. Ronaldo stopped talking to him because he just kept bashing them over and over, bashing the players. Ronaldo don't like him at all. He doesn't like Gary Neville. He hates him with passion, and I don't blame him for that. Um, he bashed Fred. He blamed Fred for every single thing. Fred. He bashed so many players at United. He set up so many agendas. You know, one thing I do think as well, Gary Neville, what he's responsible for, right? Gary Neville and Roy Keane, I believe they're responsible for that banner at Spurs when we play Spurs against Marcus Rashford. You know the guy that took that banner to Spurs. You know he works for Gary Neville. He works for Gary Neville. He's contracted to Neville. He's responsible for that banner at Spurs against Rashford. And have you seen anything like that again? You just know they did it to get him out of the club, right? And since then, Gary has not said anything about Rashford after the banner. He's done his job. His job was to get him out. His job was to get him to a point where Rashford would turn around and go, you know what, I'm done. I'm done with you people. Because Gary and a lot of them, they've made their money, but they're still jealous of these little kids coming through the academy because they don't want their legacy to be repeated. They don't want anyone to repeat their legacy. The fake screams about winning title, winning this, do this and do that. If you notice, there's no tactical analysis when it comes to United. When it comes to United with the legends, the ex players, they don't tell the players what they need to improve, how they need to improve. They don't help them anyhow. All they do is shout at them. You need to run. You need to run. You need to run. Show passion. Fight. 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 That's all they do. If you ask them what the players are doing wrong, they're not able to tell you. Rekin is a typical example. Rekin is actually the worst pundit, but his honesty gets him and his passion gets him. He get away with it. But he's the worst pundit. He knows nothing about football. He played football, right? But when it comes to coaching, he knows nothing about coaching. And you can tell they all failed at coaching. Gary Neville failed. Roy Keane failed. Wayne Rooney failed. Ruud van Nistelrooy is failing now. He shouldn't be failing, but you know, because I believe he's still capable. Jimmy Carragher will not even step into management, so never mind. Jimmy Redknapp, phew, these people that never won trophies, they tell you how to win trophies. You know, who else? Ex-United players. Solskjaer is succeeding the Turkish league, right? And they bashed him, they pushed him out. Who else now can I think of from United? Oh, the other guy that just got sacked recently in the championship. Somebody got sacked from a United player got sacked. So we're literally creating a bunch of failures when it comes to coaching and management from the United side. Whilst Arsenal are creating winners, Arsenal and City, in terms of coaching, apart from Arteta, but most of Arsenal boys out there, they're going out there doing bits, you know. But United, our legends, they all failed at management. So the only thing they can do is go shout, look for clickbait, work for Sky, work for TNT, work for those people, and get a clickbait for them. It's madness, bro. It's madness. Because how can Gary Neville be telling Amorim how to coach his team when Gary Neville himself failed at coaching? What tactics is he gonna tell? Is he gonna talk to Amorim about? He's asking Amorim to tell us how he's going to fix the poor run of result. But Gary couldn't fix his own poor result at Valencia. He was the worst manager, English manager that went to Spain or that's been abroad. So there is no tactical analysis from the Nevilles, from the Roy Kings, from the Wayne Rooneys, from the Jimmy Redknapp, Jimmy Carragher's. It's just scream and shout. The only pundit I can respect, right? The only pundit I can respect. You need to go check him out as well. Clarence Sedoff. Bro, when Sedoff looks at football, you listen to what he's saying when he's analyzing the play, the game. Yo, you think, whoa, no wonder you're a champion. No wonder who you are. It's analysis, man. They're on point. No agendas. No nothing. It's just pure tactical. So Sedoff is miles ahead of Gary Neville. Sedoff is miles ahead of Rekin. Sedoff is miles ahead of Paul Scholes, ahead of Wayne Rooney. He's that guy, Sedoff. And he played better than most of them, by the way. Apart from, I can compare him and Paul Scholes. But he was that guy as a footballer. He won everything as well. So he's him as a pundit, I can respect. But a lot of them, the Nevilles, the Roy King, I respect them as footballers for what they won at United. But as pundits and coaches and everything, zero respect because they know nothing because they never won anything as coaches. Tactically, they know nothing about coaching a team. They know everything about playing football, but they know nothing about coaching a team or winning team. So that I can respect from a former man, club legends that are currently pundits. Zero. But it's good to have my string back. It's good to have my sound back. I appreciate my sound back. Um, Now he's pushing Garnacho away. Still Garnacho to leave the club. Yes, by all means, because he's the manager. I respect that. He needs to let them know that he's in charge. He's the boss. That I respect that. But what I also respect is the players' honesty, because what we've said so far, Amorim is quite an honest guy. So why can't the players be honest as well? Why wouldn't why wouldn't you want your players to be honest? If the manager can come out and bash them out, why can't the players be honest and say, you know what? I played 20 minutes. I shouldn't be playing 20 minutes. I started every single game. I contributed most. That's how it felt. Whether or not he should have said it to the manager, as a young player, as a coach, that's his job to call him into a room and say, listen, I understand you're frustrated, but I'm going to let this slide with you, right? Do you still want to play for Manchester United or not? Yes or no? If you don't, get out. If he said yes, I would turn around and say, well, I don't want to hear or see anything again that you've done today, because the decision I made was for the team, was for the club. It was nothing against you, but instead what he's done, he listened to social media again, come out, because they told him he's gonna stay as a manager, as a coach. He's gone on to Garnacho, you can leave. Garnacho wanted to leave anyway. I knew that. The kid wanted to leave since Amorim made that comment about the worst players. He wanted to leave, so that's no brainer. But you can't go toe to toe with people like that. You can't. The other guys that's gonna come to they're gonna look at the way you've treated the previous people and say, I don't want to work for you. I just come for the money. You can't sack me because I'm on a bigger wage. You can't force Casemiro out. You can't force Bruno out. You can't force Rashford out. You can isolate them, but they'll be happy to just play golf and collect their monies, collect their pennies, man. What's his name? He did it. Gareth Bale did it in Madrid. So why can't Rashford do it at United? Just play golf, go on tour in America, go clubbing, do what you want, turn up for training in the morning, and you get paid. And United afford to do that? We don't know. If you want to get rid of me, pay me my full wage, and I'll go. Which is what the young did at Barca. If they wanted to get rid of him, he asked for his full payment of £14 million. And Barca couldn't afford it at the time. That's why they kept him. And now he's captain, well, second vice captain. And he's won everything again with them, apart from the Champions League. They couldn't afford to pay him off, so they kept him. And that's what's going to happen at United. Because United would be able to force Rashford out, force Casemiro out, force any of the boys in, with big paychecks. They won't be able to force them out. Because those boys will not back down, will not take pay cuts. Why would Rashford take a pay cut? Why would Bruno take a pay cut? Why would Casemiro take a pay cut? They're already earning the Saudi money in the Premier League. Why would they go to the Saudi League? Why? Well, unless they pay you 230 million for 3 seasons, then definitely you'll get out of there. As we found out, you can still play for England. You can still get picks for England if you go to the Saudi League. Yes, it is possible. Don't let the pundits fool you. Don't let the Gary Nevilles, the Jamie Carragher, the Paul Scholes. Don't let them tell you you're not ambitious, because you're going to make more money than they ever did, they ever made. Don't let them fool you. Go to the Saudi League, collect your checks, play good. You get picked by England, because the new coach is not Player FC at all. It's not one of them. It's not Gareth Southgate. It's not Player FC. He picks people that are on form. He picks people that are playing football. He picks people that wants to represent their country. So if Saudi comes knocking, go to Saudi. Collect your check. Because trophies are not going to feed your family. Trophies are not going to feed your kids. No, it's going to generational wealth to feed them. So go to Saudi, make your money, get picked by England, you still play for England, as we found out. There are players now playing Saudi, they've been picked by the current England manager. He's picked them. They'll be representing England in June. And they're playing in the Saudi Pro League. Don't tell me Saudi is rubbish. And he's gone there, he's made his money, he's made his millions, and he'll still be there playing his millions. and while collecting generational wealth. So Bruno, 231 million or 35 million for 3 seasons. Bro, go. Because Madrid are not gonna come for you, Bruno. Barca are not gonna come for you. Big Champions League are gonna come for Bruno. Man City not gonna come for you. So your next move will be to collect your bag, which is what Casemiro did at United. He left Real Madrid and came to United and collected his bag. And he's gonna go Saudi and collect more bags. He's won everything though, Casemiro, to be honest. Um, Nearly 2 hours on the stream. The first part of the stream didn't work at all. Sorry. Um, the first part of the stream didn't work at all. Luckily, we managed to fix it. You, my guy. Shout out to my guy Mac. Um, gave me a call and sorted me out. So you're gonna see a different layout. My screen, the one you're looking at now. Hopefully tomorrow, you'll see a different layout, and you love it. Crisp, professional looking stream. I'm working on it, guys. I love doing this. I'm enjoying doing it. I spend hours and hours now on streams. Spend hours and hours now online watching football, watching different sport, Formula One, boxing, MMA. You name it. I'm tapping into everything, but I watch them anyway. I enjoy doing this. So staying at home. My kid will jump in once in a while. My daughter jumped in today. My son loves it as well. So hopefully we'll start doing as a family. Start streaming as a family. Um, he's a massive Ronaldo fan, by the way. My son. Shout out to Aris. Loves his football. Um, but we'll be good. United will come back. We'll come back, I believe. Amorim will win us some games. If he wins us a trophy, I'll forgive him. I'll call him a manager. But if he doesn't, it's not my manager. It's a Manchester United manager, coach. And he needs to stop offering himself. What's that all about? Why is he offering himself for the sack? That's him saying, I'm not fit enough to manage the team, a club like United. I'm not. Why is he offering himself? Instead of telling us how he's going to win games, he's offering himself. He's putting himself up for the sack and said, I don't want, you can sack me. I don't need to, you know, I don't need to take money. You don't need to pay me. I'll just go for free. Why do you need to put yourself up? Tell us. We know the team is bad. We know the players are bad. How are you going to coach this player and make them good? And turn them into all beaters? That's what we want to hear. Stop disrespecting the fan base by offering yourself for the sack. Nobody's going to sack you. You know that. And you know they can't afford to sack you. And we know you're not going to leave for free. We know. Because otherwise you would have packed your bag. You know what? United is not for me. I'm out. Stop offering yourself for free, Amorim. Just tell us how you're going to win the games. Just tell us how you're going to coach the players and make them better. Are you going to turn Kobe Meno to what you want him to be? Are you going to turn Collier, Hamas, Euro? I'm talking the younger players. I'm not talking senior players. Are you going to bring them to the front? Make them believe in themselves. But you don't even believe in them. You can tell. We can see that you don't believe in them. And anytime I watch, he doesn't even pick the young players. That's the most annoying part. You bring them, sit them on the bench, and won't play them. Does it even make sense? Tell us how you're going to make these players better than what they are now. And we can see on the pitch with our eyes. But from what I'm looking at now, from what I'm seeing, you're not coaching them anything, you're not telling them anything good. In fact, you're standing when you go when you go to Carrington, you're like 2 miles away from them, 5 miles away from them, and just stare at them play football, kick about, dance. I'm out too busy dancing now, you know, and this fan base, they'll try anything to bring them down, they'll try anything to bring people down, this fan base. Anyway, with that being said, what's the time? It's quarter to 11. It's almost 2 hours, 3 minutes to the stream to hit in 2 hours. And it's been lovely. And I apologize again for the first stint. And it was so embarrassing when Mark messaged me saying he couldn't hear me. I was just rambling with myself here, watching the PSG game. PSG, I believe they'll win the Champions League, but they've got a tall hill to climb against Inter Milan. This is the best Inter Milan team I've seen in a very long time. This is the best Milan team I've seen in a while. So, what do you think? We're going to see a W for Milan, or are we going to see a W for PSG? And I believe one thing for sure, if PSG wins, I think Dembele should be in contention for the Ballon d'Or. No politics. Just give it to him, man. He's proving himself if he wins it. Don't give it to anyone else. Because he'll be a worthy winner of the Ballon d'Or this season. As we see in the way he destroyed the Premier League teams. Every single one of them he played against, he destroyed them. Um, so, last day of the Premier League tomorrow, you see a different interface. You see a different stream. Getting ready now for next season. Because next season we're going to be streaming a lot of games. We're going to be streaming over 200 games next season. That's the plan. We're going to be doing almost every single game I could touch next season. So call me homeboy tomorrow. Next season, what I'll do, planning. Got big things coming, man. We're gonna find a streaming environment that will accommodate a few people in there, a few people that love football, that want to talk about football, that want to be part of this. We're not gonna force people. We're gonna ask people like, if you wanna join us and create a stream. And I know some proper football fans. I know. And people like Mark, thank you for just want to see me succeed, bro, for helping me in any way, shape, or form. Just want to see people succeed. People like that, you can't find. It's hard to find people like that, these days. People that just want to see other people succeed. It's hard to find them. Because now people will be looking at the stream. Some people will be thinking, negative, will be, evil eye, whatever you want to call it. But you've got people out there, like my guy, that's sorting me out now. Just by talking to him, I found out he's good. He's great at doing these things. He's talented at doing these things. So why not? I reached out for help, and he's helping me out. And I'll do the same thing for other people. If they reach out, support them, show them what I've done. I've done it. So shout out to my guy. All right. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for setting me up. This one you've seen today, just been messing around with the system, and it's been working. So tomorrow you're gonna see an even better system working tomorrow. Yeah, because you're gonna set me up for all new bunch of things. So we'll be streaming tomorrow, the final day of the Premier League. I'll be in a podcast room tomorrow. You'll see. Aston Villa, United. Oof. Hit watch tomorrow. We've got a lot of hit watch to do tomorrow. Final one. I want Aston Villa to qualify for Europe. That doesn't mean I want United to lose, but I would love to see Aston Villa go to Europe um, again next season in the Champions League. I'd love to see that. Just their coach deserve everything. The guy, not the team itself, but the coach deserve it. The way he's handled that team, the way he's managed them, he deserves to go. He deserves a second chance in the Champions League. Let's see if they'll spend money again. And they represented the Premier League really well in the Champions League this season. Can't lie. No whinging, no crying about refs, no crying about VAR, no crying about anything. Like the other guy from London, Teta, cries about everything. But this guy deserves a second chance or another chance in the Champions League. Emery with Aston Villa. I would love to see him go far next season because United is not there. Probably be back in Aston Villa in Europe. So not that I want United to lose, but I would love to see Aston Villa qualify for the Champions League. If that means beating United, I'll hate it. But what more? What are we gonna gain by beating Aston Villa tomorrow? What really are we going to gain? So the best you can do is rub their ego, massage their ego, let them beat us, and collect the 40 million for Rashford. Because if they're in Europe, Rashford will want to sign for them. If they're in the Champions League, Rashford will want to sign for them. Will probably take a pay cut to join Aston Villa. So let them beat us tomorrow, massage their ego, send Aston Villa to the Champions League, take the 40 million for Rashford, profit, PSR, right? That'll be for me, that's what I'll do. I'll tell my players, just lose the game, mate. If Aston Villa can guarantee us that they'll pay the 40 million for Rashford, I'll just tell them, pay us the money, then you win the game tomorrow. That's not match fixing, by the way. I'm just saying. I'm not calling for match. I'm not backing match fixing. I'm just saying that we need the money. We need the Rashford money, the 40 million, because that will go a long way from a PSR point of view. The profit will be massive. Open up a lot of, you know, avenues for United to sign more players. If Garnacho leaves as well, that's another avenue, another profit. So you can see the pattern. The academy players are getting sold, whilst the other players they're letting go for free. Lindelof is parting ways with us. He's gonna go to Italy. He's gonna win a trophy, and he's gonna enjoy playing football again. Casa probably will not go anywhere because no, I don't think he wants to go Saudi. He wants to clear all his money in England before he goes to Saudi. Bruno might go. I would take 200 million for Bruno still. If this guy is serious about building a team that he said he's going to build, yeah, I don't think he'll build around Bruno Fernandes. But again, who knows? It might not go, it might go. 400 million. The Glazers will take 100 million. The two greedy man, greedy people. And Jim Ratcliffe is losing money. Um, but thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow, the final day of the league. Peace out.